Cool. I do believe that I am live. Nice. Okay, hello to the 0 viewers it says that I have in chat. It's very nice to see you, very nice to meet you. I guess let's get started. Today we're going to be playing the Stanley Parable. I've never played this game before, but from what I hear, it's a fairly good game. People say it's really fun. And apparently it's just like you're walking around and like there's a narrator telling you what to do. And I don't know about you, but I really don't like choices. In my gameplay, I like being told what to do. So I'm really looking forward to this game. I think this is going to be really fun. Okay, and let's see. I'm going to be English subtitles. I am using a controller, and so I'm going to get like the B and the A mixed up because I'm using an Xbox controller, which is really cute. But I'm very, very, very much used to playing with my Switch controller because I don't have an Xbox or anything like that. So this is going to be weird. Trying to remember like which button's which. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? No, I have not. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Confirm. Please enter the current time. It is 15:57. Wait, oh, it's an American clock. One sec. 8, 5, 3, 59. 8. No. 15 is 3, yeah. 3:58. Yeah, that's me. Okay. Cool. Accessibility settings. Nice. All right. I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be a nice, completely normal game. I think I'm just going to go weird about this. Let's see. How's audio going? Going to turn it down slightly on my headphones because it's a bit loud for me. Obviously the volume needs to be up. And let's see. What about settings? I want to click back on the game. Yeah, subtitles. Yeah, I think I'm going to be fine. Well, this is really trippy that you can kind of like see what's going on the computer screen as well.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk.
Can confirm this is just what it's like to work in an office.
How long to push them.
As an office worker myself.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself
you can tell this is an old game, considering they think it's not normal to not have anyone around you when you're working in an office.
He got up from his desk and stepped out
of
his office.
That's just working from home. Oh, hello. Hi. Oh, I move very fast. Okay, let's go. Am I out?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Potted plant. I hate Mondays. Huh, Garfield. This is really weird. This is really creepy.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
That's left, I think. Oh. Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a co-worker. Let a ball up inside you, take it out passive-aggressively on other co-workers, and resent... Oh? Use insights to assure employees that everything is okay. Kind of love that. Synergize core value expenditures. Shift to global market for monetize free to play. Everyone is unique. You most of all. I can't really make out what it's saying there, but you know, when you're in an office, it's important to like actually pay attention to the meeting. Huh? Cool. Boss appreciation minute. Takes 2 people to start a fight, and right now you're both of them. Okay. What are your dreams for the future? Transcend plant life. Mitosis. Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. Do unbelievably amazing work. Don't get fired. Okay. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Oh, we're back to the beginning again. Hey Jet, how's it going? I missed you. Sorry, I wasn't here the other week. I kind of had a really bad brain moment, so I had to not go online. So here we are. But I'm here now. Good morning to you. It is 3 PM where I am. It's a bit early to play, I know. But I just wanted to start early because I didn't get much sleep last night. So I want to get this over with so I can sleep afterwards.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yep. As you say, boss man. Ooh, there's a bathroom. Oh, it opens. I got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say, that's a lovely purse. That's cool. Cool. So from what I've gathered, it's a game called the Stanley Parable, and you just kind of like, it's a bit boring at the moment. You just kind of do what the narrator tells you to do, which is a bit weird. But to be fair, I mean, I kind of don't like too many choices in my own life. I'd rather people tell me what to do when it makes it easier. So I'm kind of enjoying that kind of aspect of it, you know? No, I can't get through there. Oh, I recorded a video earlier as well, by the way, and that wasn't,
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Okay.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
So what am I supposed to do then? Like, it hasn't told me what to do. It's just told me the stupid PIN number. But it hasn't actually told me what to do with the PIN number.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Exactly. Tell me what I need to do with this information.
2845.
Yeah. And?
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in.
Oh.
And the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Oh. Hello. Okay, so we're getting on with the story, I guess. Oh, cool machinery. It's like being on a set. Okay. What am I supposed to do now? You know, this narrator's not doing a very good job of telling me where I need to go. Is there something in here? Am I supposed to put the pin here? Don't know where anything goes. Yeah! I mean, I don't understand. He's not telling me what to do. He's supposed to be telling me what to do, surely. I can't even... I don't know. I'm supposed to go in here? I'm supposed to go up? Oh. Oh, hello. Okay, I'm moving. I guess that's what I'm supposed to do. What do you mean, broke the game?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It
What's
was
that
a
break?
stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh. Oh, the little sparks. What if I go up? Can I go up? Cool.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Why do I feel like this narrator's like low-key judging me right now? I just want to check if I missed anything, that's all.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow.
Is he okay?
I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Okay, there's low-key no reason to judge me on my writing ability. Thank you very much. I did do 4 years of screenwriting at university.
Incredible.
I mean, I quit, but that's not the point. And it was only supposed to take 3 years, which, again, not the point.
How does he keep
Still.
coming up with all of this?
Okay, he's kind of pissing me off now, this narrator, but I'm just going to do what he does and
Surely
I'll be
this
done.
time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he?
Yes, I will do. Sorry.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh yeah, it does say that.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with
Oh, that's
television
weird.
screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
What if I just... Could I just turn it off again? No. Okay. Oh, cool. A bunch of computers. What am I supposed to be looking at here? Oh, I guess there's nothing here. Fine, I guess I should press the big button with the camera symbol on it. I wonder what this could do.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Yeah, no, I don't see what's the problem with this. This is just literally like me working at my office. Okay. Oh, there's a box here. I wonder if there's anything in the box. Let me touch the box. Let me touch the box. What's the point of a box if I can't open the box?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Wait, is there a crouch button? Can I just crouch everywhere?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Oh, I can crouch.
Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
But I still can't open the box. Where are the controls? Oh, cool. There's a awesome glowy pit of despair. That's what every office needs. What's up there? Oh, there's something up there. Ooh. Oh, well, can't go up the stairs. That's rude. That's 5. Where's number 3? There. Is there a number 3 or is it just number 5? That's weird. Oh well, better do what the boss man asks.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is that what you wanted? Control?
No, I just can't
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means.
Okay, I know what I need to do.
Start.
I know what I need to do.
That? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
No, I don't really care about them,
A moment
to be honest.
of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around
This is actually kind of scary. I'm actually kind of scared now.
My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
It is 5.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler.
I just pressed the wrong button. It was an accident.
To keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing.
Okay, you know what? I'm just going to wait for the end. I can't be asked.
Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Jesus, all this for a wrong button.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, well, if he's going to be nasty just because I pressed the wrong button, then I'm not going to be very nice to him either.
When Stanley came to a set of two
Fuck
open
you.
doors, this was not the correct way to the
I don't
meeting
like him
room,
anymore.
and
He's too
Stanley
mean.
knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Fuck you.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Cool.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful. All of his co-workers
What if
were
I just
gone.
play it normally,
What
like
could it
proper
mean?
normally this time, like
Stanley
do exactly
decided
what
to
he
go to the
says?
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Completely normal playthrough now. I'm not going to
Yet
mess
there
with
was
it in
not
any
a
little
single
way.
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Exactly.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I guess I do, considering I'm doing it.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Stupid, useless, unopenable box.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery... blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
What if I just go back at the very last minute? Is there an option to do that? Nope. Okay. That's some very low poly grass I see there.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Cute story.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I am getting a bit of motion blur now, but I think part of that is because this doesn't just have squash in it. So I might be a tiny bit drunk now. That's fine.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Where am I? What am I going to do to mess this up now? Let's see.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
I'm just going to go down. I'm just going to go down.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nah, screw you. What's this?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
Exactly.
All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when
Jesus,
he looked down?
what the fuck?
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that
That's
it's
actually
still
really
not
cool.
broken up.
I think
How
this is my
was he
favourite
making
ending so
so
far.
lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was
quite
quite
fun.
a shock to Stanley.
It's like driving,
After
except I'm
all,
not at risk of having
he
a
knew for
seizure and
certain,
killing
beyond
everyone.
a doubt that this was in fact a dream.
I'm still at risk of having
Did
a
the voice
seizure, but
see him
not killing
float and
everyone.
make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Oh, that voice sounds so nice in my ear.
Okay.
That's so nice. Wait, no, I'm still here.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day
Hell
like
yeah,
any
female
other.
protagonist.
She
I'm here
rose,
for
got
that.
dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
I like this ending.
She
I get
had
to meet
no time for
Mariella,
this,
female
so
protagonist.
It was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And
She's a
then
bit
she
of a
turned
psychopath,
around.
though. She just kind of stares at this body and, like, just walks away. He's like, yay, I'm glad I'm not him. Doesn't even call the police. How rude. Whee! I'm the amazing spinning Stanley. Watch me spin. Whee! I sure do like my office that I get to stand in and spinning all day. Whee! Do feel a bit sick now though. Whee! I spent £20 on this. That's all I'm saying. £20 on this. Spin simulator. Watch the amazing spinning Stanley. He spins, and he makes me sick. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. I actually am getting quite bored now. What if I just stand still? What if I just... I'm just gonna play this this round
Stanley
completely
had
crouched
never
down.
seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Completely crouched for this entire time, as much as I can. I mean, they had to have
When
made a
Stanley
crouch
came
button
to a
for
set
something.
of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Paper. At least I get to see in that box.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh, it opens.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Nah, I'm doing the broom closet ending, man. Fuck you. I want the mop bucket.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet?
Of course.
Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused. You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
I will talk like that and I will say that to my friends, thanks mate.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
That's
He probably
fine, 'cause
only
I'm not
got the
in.
job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Tell me something I don't know, baby.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
Cool.
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
What if I have no
Hello?
body?
Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Ooh, I can spin in the closet as well. Spin! Whee! Woohoo! I like this wall. This wall's cool. This wall sucks. I refuse to back down. I'm not gonna lose. Okay, I don't care. Actually, what the narrator says, I'm hanging out in this broom closet and he's gonna give me something. He's gonna give me the broom closet ending. Maybe I'll try leaving the broom closet. Nope.
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Oh, fine, I give in. No, I don't. I am standing in a broom closet and the narrator wants me to get out of the broom closet and I refuse. So we are now in broom closets and I'm a bit bored, so if you would like to chat with me, that would be very nice. Very kind of you. Exactly, I'm a fucking rebel. I'm standing in the broom closet. I found the crouch button. Because the narrator is very, very rude to me. And I can't stand here and let him get away with it. So, he's gonna give me a broom closet ending, or we will be here all day. Okay? 2 hours just gameplay of me in a broom closet. It's gonna be great. It'll be great. I can't remember how long I've been here for, but it's quite nice. And I've got my phone if I get bored and no one's chatting to me to scroll through Facebook. I've got my totally not alcoholic bottle of Vimto squash. All's good in the world. Definitely. And I'm totally not more tipsy than when I started. This wasn't very tipsy at all when I started. It's fine. The noise is bugging me though. Very much so, the constant droning in your ear. Ugh. Disgusting. It just feels like real life, to be honest. Yeah, no, this is the top quality, top notch content that I have promised my loyal viewers. And I am here to deliver. No, I don't care. He may be immortal. He may not technically be human. He may have literally all the time in the universe to wait this out. But fuck him. I'm going to beat him. Who voices the narrator anyway? Is it Stephen Fry? Very non-alcoholic. Tastes good. I'm going to check who voices the narrator in Stanley Parable. I'm going to Google it. Kevin Brighting. Okay. He sounds a lot like Stephen Fry. And my internal monologue is just purely Stephen Fry. So that's kind of why I kind of feel a compulsion to do what he says, because it feels like I'm just talking to myself. Hey, you thought I was going to leave then, didn't you? Loser. I've been out of the closet since I was like 14 years old, so I'm more than happy to stay in this one. It's a nice change of pace for me, really. Yeah, it's going to be 45 minutes of me in the closet. This is going to be great. This is brilliant. What if I just... I'm playing chicken with the closet. Well, if he's too slow to close the door, then that's on him, really. Wait, does it literally take 45 minutes in the closet for it to get the ending? This is fun. Okay, I might actually need to go out because my viewer count has just halved from 2 to 1. So I might need to leave the closet. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, let's move on. No, I kind of don't want to leave it though.
Coming to a staircase,
No.
Stanley walked upstairs
No,
to
let
his
me out!
boss's
Let me
office.
in! No! No! Oh, damn it. Still not going into the office. Screw you. I did this last time as well, but you know what?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left
Wait,
his
shit,
post
no, this
during
is the
work
ending I
hours.
literally just
He
did.
might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All
Oh, we're just going to be
because he
wandering
believed
here again because I literally
everyone
just
had
did
done it.
this.
His boss would think he was crazy.
I don't know why I thought something
And
would
then
be
something
different.
occurred to Stanley.